The Fox and the Hound, a classic tale of friendship starring a couple of friends who would otherwise be foes. But here, at the Nuneaton and Warwickshire Wildlife Sanctuary, unlikely bonds are kind of the norm. And it all begins with Buster, president of their Fox Cub fan club.
This is Sweetbird Scooby in here. Buster knows all the names, but I think he wants to go and see Freddie, don't you? You want to go and see Freddie? Go and see Freddie.
Now, it's important to note that Buster is a Jack Russell cross. Why does that matter? Well, back in the day, Jack Russells were actually used to flush foxes out of the ground, so bigger hunting dogs could seek and destroy them. Poor little foxes. But for whatever reason, Buster's not about that life.
They're normally hunting dogs, but there's no hunting instinct in him at all. He just adores foxes.
And lucky for him, a new little one has just arrived. This is Mabel. She was only a month old when she was rescued from a hunting operation. One believed to have been keeping fox cubs for hounds to kill as part of their hunting training. In 2004, hunting foxes with dogs was made illegal in the UK. Sadly, some hunters could care less about the law.
They only live a few weeks and they will just chuck her in with the dogs. Yeah, and then that's what happens to them. So Mabel couldn't walk when we came in. What they do, they put them in small cages. They can't walk because there's no need to, because they're not going to live that long.
Foxes are big on tight-knit families, and Mabel really needed someone to help develop. This is where Buster comes in.
We introduced Buster slowly to Mabel, gradually seeing each other from a distance, walking up to her really slowly, and they finally got on well.
Mabel's now 4 months old and growing at a rapid pace, but after being caged at such an early age, her legs simply won't develop the way they should. So there's no chance she'll be able to return to the wild. Now you might be thinking, hold on, a stunted fox could make for the coolest pet in the neighborhood. And you'd be wrong, like dead wrong. Foxes are cute as hell, but around humans, they're pretty defensive and untrusting. Jeff's hoping Buster can help bring Mabel along, keeping her legs moving so they grow nice and strong.
Hello, Buster. Hello, Mabel. I want to get Mabel on the lead so we can take her for walks, because I want her to have all the exercise she can. I want to walk her with my dogs so she can be walked everywhere. The first step is going to be, I'm going to keep putting the clip on and on the collar just to see how she's going to be. So hopefully she's going to let me do it. Yeah, Mabel.
It's way easier said than done, but Jeff's patience and years of experience play well in these situations. Success.
It's just a slow process, that's all it is. But she'll be fine.
Although Mabel won't be returning to the wild, with her pal Buster by her side, she'll be safe and healthy at the sanctuary. And by the looks of it, she'll have some fun too. A hyena pup, a couple of lion cubs, and a meerkat. Friends? Okay, real talk. Hyenas and lions aren't exactly known for getting along. And under normal circumstances, a meerkat would merely be a snack for these guys. No, this isn't a Disney film. It's Lobi's Predator Park in South Africa. True story. These guys met when they were just babies. Kala arrived as an orphan after her mom was caught in a farmer's trap. Safari and Susie were rejected by their mother at birth. And little Pockle here was found wandering alone without his family.
He was very cold. He was almost on the edge of dying, and I pulled him through.
He might not be an apex predator like his pals, but you'd have to tell him that.
I think Pockle thinks he's in charge. He's rough with them, he likes to play, but if they get rough with each other like the lion cubs and the hyena, then he will come in between.
After a couple sad twists of fate, rather than hunt each other, these would-be foes would sooner share a plate. At least when Pockle has his way.
When he's hungry, he will turn around and push his butt towards them. So he's pushing them out of the way so he can eat first. and they must be submissive. Yeah, he's the dominant one.
Pockles becomes somewhat of an intake coordinator for the sanctuary. When Kala first arrived here alone, it was Pockle who made her feel at home.
Poco, Poco, come Poco. Poco and Kala like to play with each other. Poco likes to jump on top of Kala's on his neck, or he will clamp down on him and think he can hold him back.
And when activity time rolls around, you can really see the Napoleon complex come out. To stimulate curiosity, the cubs and pup are given large ostrich eggs, and Pockle the much smaller chicken egg. But of course, the little one wants what the bigger kids have. And what Pockle wants, Pockle takes. It won't last long. The orphans are growing fast, and soon their predatory instincts may kick in. Pockle's managed to avoid injuries so far, but Kala is starting to try out her strong jaws, which are designed to crush bones. Once she's full grown, her bite will be 5 times stronger than ours. So just imagine what it could do to a meerkat, even by accident. Meanwhile, the twins will soon be 200 times bigger than Pockle, which means their wrestling days are numbered. In a few weeks, the natural-born predators will be relocated to larger enclosures fit for larger carnivores.
Kala and the lions and Poco, they all stay together now. They are friends. But when they're a bit bigger, size is going to be a big issue. They need to go back with their own species, so that's difficult for them to be together forever.
Okay, so they're not destined for your typical run-of-the-mill Hollywood ending. But come on, even Disney couldn't script a friendship quite like this. A cat, and a dog, and a bird. Wait, isn't this the setup for a cartoon? Yeah, maybe, but this ain't no Looney Tunes rivalry. This is way better. Let's get this bestie's origin story started with the one who got here first, Ponzu.
Ponzu is quite laid back cat, and he can be lazy. He's quite picky. I need to make sure that every day I give him food, the flavor always different.
For a while, Ponzu was happy to be king of New York, but when Chunnin found a bright orange bird on the roof of their Brooklyn apartment, well, adjustments had to be made. Make way for Mango.
In the beginning, when I brought Mango in, I was kind of nervous. I'm just afraid coming back home and see like dead bird or dead cat.
Yikes. Yeah, that would be terrible. You get the feeling it might be a disaster waiting to happen.
I know that my cat has the instinct to hunt small animals, rats, mice, and birds.
Unsurprisingly, cat gone cat. Poor Mango's had it hard enough already. Her clipped wings and leg band suggest she was a pet. So she either escaped or was let loose. A common fate for loud, demanding birds who can live up to 30 years. Not only that, but she's a sun parakeet, which happens to be a non-native endangered species. Entering a new home, Mango wasted little time trying to curry favor with her new roommate.
Because there is no birds around here, she looking for something else to clean, and she liked Ponzu's fur.
Heck of a survival strategy. Don't discount that bird brain. With Ponzu taking advantage of the free pampering, Chenin saw enemies becoming frenemies.
Those two animals are supposed to be enemies, but they're best buddies. You cannot separate them now. And that is melt my heart.
But just as Ponzu had adjusted to the idea of having a roommate, Chenin brought a new character into her show. Introducing Tofu, a Shiba Inu puppy.
Tofu is very playful. He's always trying to be active, and sometimes he can be too rough. Tofu! But he will adjust eventually. Let's go.
To give the pair a break, Chenin's taking Tofu to the park. She's curious. What do the friendly duo get up to when she's not around? Installing a pet cam may reveal their true nature. Turns out, the friendship's not just for show. These guys actually like hanging out.
Even though we are not there, they still get together and hang out. The bird likes to hop on the cat's back and just walk around everywhere.
Mango can't fly too well. But it seems she trades those grooming sessions for a free ride on the Ponzu Express. Fair trade.
I think she's kind of lazy. So she used a cat as a transportation for her in the house. And that is quite funny to see.
The two still haven't quite warmed up to little Tofu, whose excited energy can be a tad overwhelming at times.
Tofu is still learning how to become part of the gang. When he grows a little more, he's gonna be more calm and it's gonna be perfect.
Hey, if a cat and a bird can be best friends, anything's possible.